Really? That's how the movie ended?
Well, that's not how it ended, but it was part of the movie is that Macaulay Culkin died because he was
I thought she got bit. She fell out of a tree, though.
Yeah, she fell out of a tree.
Is that what knocked the hornet nest and, stung Macaulay Culkin?
All I remember is Macaulay Culkin dying and me being really sad about it. I only watched it once because
But there was a sequel. My Girler.
My Girlier. Maybe it's My Boy and it's about the son. Oh, The Good Son. That's a sequel to My Girl. The Good Son.
My Boy. That sounds weird. That just sounds like a Destiny's Child song.
My Boy.
My Boy. My Boy. All right, let's go.
neatOco.
Hey, welcome to another episode of That neatOco Show. I am your host, Seth.
I'm Vuko.
And with us is not April again, who is, however, at E3 in
Lucky.
LA currently, filming some awesome stuff for us. Because
Getting the scoop on all the video game news.
how come we didn't get to go?
That's a good question.
We're going to have to talk to the producers.
On That's neatOco, we go over pop culture things. Everything from comics to movies to video games and beyond, and try to introduce you to stuff that you might not know existed.
So one of my favorite groups from the 80s, a little group by the name of GWAR. So they released a comic book
Oh.
called, get this, ready?
Yeah.
ORGASMAGEDDON. Which, if you knew GWAR, kind of fits in with who they are.
Orgasmageddon.
It's basically a comic book about a group of misfits from some random planet out in the middle of the universe somewhere.
So they're aliens sent here to rock us?
Essentially what the comic is, it goes through their backstory and basically about how they, no joke, created the universe and created humankind.
My goodness.
It's a series of 4 issues, and again, it's going through the whole kind of introduction of GWAR and how they created mankind. It was originally a Kickstarter, started at like $30,000. They blew by that, and they capped off their, whatever the name of the people who
The contributors?
donate to, donators.
The
People who
donators.
donate.
The
They capped it off
donaties.
to 666 donators, and they reached that pretty fast. So now we got a GWAR comic.
Themes.
And I'm not a huge comic book fan, but
Really?
this is, I like comic books, don't love them. This is one of those things where I'm kind of like,
You're actually
all right,
excited
I'm
for
into
it.
it. I'm into it.
Nice. It's nice when they bring out things that can excite you for something that you don't generally like. Space rocking aliens. That should be exciting. Who knows?
I've already Orgasmageddon 3 times just thinking about it.
So speaking of comics, something I'm really excited about is AmeriKarate issue 4. And it's available at your local comic stores. You can get it online. And it's written by a lot of the people that work here on the neatOco show itself. We've got Corey Kalman, Roxy McKinney,
And also one of the writers was Christian Moran, who is also a good friend of the show.
even April is one of the models on the variant cover with her sweet rack holding a sword. So you should definitely pick that up. If you like the Warriors, though, you should get issue 4 because it's like an homage.
I believe
homage.
one of the variant covers was also done by Daniel, who, if you don't know who he
Daniel
is,
Aruda Massa.
he's done a lot of our animation work.
Yeah, he's actually amazing.
He kind of, he was I think he did all of the animation for the It's Always Sunny in Eternia. Yeah. And I love that.
Yeah, and if you haven't seen that, you should go check that out.
That's a shameless plug right there.
Yes, I have no shame.
And if you haven't read the other issues of AmeriKarate, basically understand it is a tribute to all of your favorite 80s action flicks. So,
Lots of nostalgia. and
Bloodsport.
Ass kicking.
Milagro Beanfield War, I believe Platoon 2. Was there a
Step by
Platoon 2?
Step.
Step by Step was a TV show. Come on.
What?
Get with it. What came out last week was the trailer for the new upcoming Black Panther movie.
Ooh, I'm excited
So,
for that.
I guess you never... Did you see Civil War?
No, I actually didn't see any of the like Captain America, Scarlett Johansson movies.
Why?
I just didn't want to.
You're just not like big onto action?
I'm not the hugest like superhero person in the world. Like I'm not really the biggest fan of superheroes.
Like Milagro Beanfield War,
No.
Bloodsport.
I had like a Plastic Man comic when I was growing up, and that was like the only superhero.
What's
that was
Plastic
it.
Man?
Plastic Man is an elastic. He's like pre-Elastigirl from
Isn't
The
that Stretch
Incredibles.
Armstrong?
No, he was actually a superhero, and he was like super stretchy and like cool little mask and like sweet
Oh,
hair.
was he one of the Fantastic Four?
No,
Wasn't there a stretchy guy in Fantastic Four?
there was. It's a very popular superhero power apparently to be very bendy.
Apparently. But none of the Fantastic Four are in the upcoming Black Panther trailer.
No,
Or in the upcoming Black Panther movie. For
that will
matter.
probably actually make me want to watch it more.
Yeah, you know, I wasn't... I'm surprised because he seemed like a minor character in the movie, in the Civil War Captain America movie.
Well, he did have his own comic though, didn't he? Like he had his own comic series like about him. That's why they're making a movie about him.
I don't read. Was he in the GWAR comic?
He was not in the Gore comic. He did have his own comic though. That he wouldn't just like make up a character to put. In,
No,
like a Civil War
obviously they
movie.
wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
But
He just didn't get much play in that film. That's all.
But they did, and they put out his trailer, and it's really kind of cool looking.
Looks
And
badass,
unfortunately,
yeah.
it's not coming out till 2018. Well, the movie isn't anyway. So watch the trailer. Hopefully, they're gonna have 2 or 3 more awesome trailers within the next 8 to 10 months. I'm just glad it's not another Iron Man.
Oh my gosh.
Because
or another Hulk movie.
I like the Hulk movies.
Which one?
All of them.
Really?
Honestly, I've liked every single one of them.
Even the Edward Norton one?
Which one? That was the one with directed by Ang Lee.
I don't know who directed that one. All I know is Edward Norton was in it. And
Directed by Ang Lee.
not good.
I like that movie,
Not good.
but I also like subpar movies.
Well, I mean, me too, but like, I draw a line. There's a line in the subpar sand that one
Really?
must draw.
Because there's a subpar movie coming up next week, this week, sometime during this week, that I'm excited for.
Oh.
Transformers 4. The Last Night. It ain't GoBots, my friend. This is the real deal.
You know, I feel cheated by that because I saw the beginning of the trailer. I'm like, oh my God, Anthony Hopkins. I love him. He can do no wrong. And then I see the Transformers words and my life was turned upside down.
Really? You didn't
Yeah.
like the part where Anthony Hopkins transforms into Bob Hoskins? I thought that was a really weird thing. And I'm like, suddenly he's the dude from Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
Oh my God.
I'm looking forward to it. You know why? Because I like stupid movies with a whole lot of explosions. I don't know what the new Transformers is about. I know Marky Mark's in it. I think he dances. I think he punches somebody. I think he looks confused for a little bit. I'm
sells
pretty
you
sure
GoTV.
he lifts some weights at some point, or he lifts something super heavy where you don't think he can lift it, like a car
Something
or a
wicked
building,
heavy. Yeah,
or the expectations of this movie doing well. That's a lot of weight on his shoulders.
it's true.
I think Optimus Prime fights Bumblebee, and nobody knows why.
Aren't they friends?
I think it's like the way
Are they turning into Real Housewives where like make friends fight each other and then they go on camping trips? Just Transformers talking shit about each other and eating salads.
I would totally watch that. The Real Housewives of the Cybertron.
Oh my God, I'd watch that.
Well,
I would watch that.
I would watch that.
Make that movie. I'll wait.
What's next? What are we talking about now?
So it's like a Canadian rock duo, and it's called Death from Above. They recently had a comeback single, and it's called Freeze Me, and it's actually really badass. The video's a little strange, but I'm into it. It's like a bunch of muscle-building people, and they're eating corn dogs. The song is killer, though, so I would definitely check that
The
out.
video kind of makes me want to work out. It's like the new Let's Get Physical by Olivia Newton-John
Yeah,
with corn dogs.
with corn dogs. Can we talk more about how I'm upset that I'm not at E3 right now?
I don't want to talk about it.
I did get a cool picture from April this morning via text message on my cellular telephone, and she pointed out a banner for a new game for Life is Strange. They're making a prequel to the Life is Strange game, so I'm really excited for that.
Have you seen a lot of the trailers that have come out from E3?
I have watched all of them.
What about Battlefront?
Battlefront 2, yes. The video for that looks really cool. I like that they're doing it from the perspective of the antagonist as opposed to the protagonist. I don't want to use the word villain because I don't judge.
Evil person.
No.
Wrongdoer.
The baddies. The protagonist. So it's going to be from like, you get to get an in-depth look of what it's like to be one of the stormtroopers. So they're not just like faceless clones. They're actual people who are fighting for a cause that they believe in as well.
There were no updates about Final Fantasy VII.
I
Made
feel
me
like
sad.
I've been waiting for that remake to come out for 17 years.
You know what it is now.
What?
So there's this awesome game on Nintendo's Switch called ARMS,
ARMS?
where it's essentially like a battle, like a coliseum, some sort of battle dome. Battle dome. Let's go with battle dome.
Battle
It's
Dome.
a dome where they battle,
Okay.
but they have arms that do all kind of crazy, wacky things.
Like Go-Go Gadget.
I think so. I mean, they stretch out. It's kind of like you know those little paper things where you flick them and they shoot like 30 feet.
Yeah.
Your arms are like that, except there's more weapons and stuff.
There's guns on them. Oh my.
Yeah.
They have to like really hold on to that so you don't punch into your TV and like have the controller fly into
Well, you
it.
can. I mean,
I mean,
that's
if
how they
you
make
want
money
to.
is replacement controllers.
It's clever. It's clever.
neatOco.
So we are doing what we like to call a blind box challenge because nobody has ever done it before. For those who don't know what blind boxes are, they are boxes with toys, and you don't know what toy you're getting. They kind of explain on the side what your chances of getting each one is. So I, in my knowing wisdom, put together a point system
How competitive.
where the winner will get to open the third box.
Ooh.
Or the third box, depending on which ones we choose. So the way I worked it out is all the ones that are a 1 on 7, we're going to get 5 points for.
Okay.
And the 1 on 9, 10 points. The 1 on 12, 15 points. And that Chaser one, it's going to be worth 8.7 billion points.
So an
Kinda
instant winner, essentially. Is what
Yeah,
you're
like,
saying.
well, no, because you could get one also.
Oh, then it'd be a tie, and then we have to fight to the death.
I was going to say that'd be pretty cool and we can have a handshake.
We'll fight to the death. So these are little micro plushes, by the way. They're not the hard figures that you're used to getting in blind boxes, so I'm really excited to have a little tiny baby plush.
Pick one. There's the winner's trophy.
This is glory. This is fortune and glory, Dr. Jones. I don't want to break the box. The integrity of the item.
What'd you get?
Aw, I got Screaming Hanging Witch Lady.
That's a which one?
This is the 1 out of 7.
Shite. Ooh. You got a common one.
So cute.
No way!
Oh, snap. Now we have to kill each other. Now we have to do battle.
This is how I figured we would decide on who gets the third one.
I get it,
It's
cooler.
the person who grabbed it first.
If it's the same thing as these two, I'm gonna be ultra pissed.
Nope.
Oh, it's a little
Yeah! Shop
Shop
smart. Shop S-smart.
I shop at Kmart. Ah, they went bankrupt.
This is my boomstick.
Oh, that didn't go very. Thank you so much for joining us on another exciting episode of That's neatOco. Don't forget that if you liked what you saw here, click that like button below. Go ahead and subscribe to our channel so you never miss out another exciting episode. And why don't you tell us in the comment section what your favorite video was during the E3 announcements? Wow.